Hi, this is Brenda with Brenda Chezek Consulting. I'm going to talk about the most common errors that I see in residency CVs. So a residency CV is a little different than a regular CV that will have your complete history of everything you've done. A residency CV should be about 2 pages long, and if you've done a lot of research, it can be up to 4 pages. Don't make it any longer, people won't read it. You need to make sure that what you put in is the most important work that you've done. So right off the bat, what I see chronically is too many bullet points. People like to divide the pages up with lines. Don't use color. Don't put your photo in the CV. Use 11 point. Don't try and make it tiny to scrunch everything in. Don't push the margins out past 1/2 inch. 1 inch is normal. Those are just the standard layout issues that I've seen. You should start with education. List your, don't abbreviate any of your degrees. List your school and list your matriculation date so they can see if you've had a break. Also list any honors that you received. If you have a high GPA or if your class rank is high, you can list that. Additionally, you can list your board scores if they're high for your specialty. So if you're going for ortho, your board scores need to be above 550. But if you're going for something like family medicine, your board scores don't necessarily have to be that high in order to be higher than the average for applicants. So list them according to the nuances of your specialty. Research, you need to list all your research. If you don't have a lot of research, go ahead and list all the way back to high school. The importance of listing your research from high school is that you want to say that I have been exposed to research over time and I'm familiar with the protocols. I know about IRB, I know about IOCOOK, I know about how to get research published. As a resident, you're going to have to do scholarly activity and you will be required to do research. So having that knowledge base is going to be really important to the program director because they don't have to teach you that. If you have a lot of research, do not post every single thing that you've ever done online. Take out the most important stuff, or on your resume, excuse me, your CV. Take out the most important, or keep the most important stuff. Take out anything that seems redundant or is less important or is longer time ago, like high school. Because you really want to highlight what the key things that you've done. The key organizations that you've published with. If you have something that's pending, go ahead, put everything in AMA format. Go ahead and put publication pending or submitted, and you can update it as it progresses through the process. For work, you want to list anything that's medically related, or leadership related. Leadership is key. Is something that it's hard to demonstrate, but when you have the leadership skills, they are translatable from your career, from your work to your residency work. So it's good to list the leadership skills. Additionally, your volunteer skills, you want to list quantitative information. A lot of times I will see people say, I worked during the summer at the free health clinic. So that doesn't tell me that much information. What would tell me a lot of information if they said, I worked on an average of 15 hours a week, seeing 50 patients a day, screening for HIV and social problems, and I used my medical Spanish to translate for 1 or 2 patients a day over the course of 5 weeks. See, that gives a humongous amount of information. And if somebody is the program director is reviewing that, they can say, oh, well, I need somebody who's familiar with this population, who's bilingual. This is going to be great. This will be really helpful to me. So the more details that you can put in, the better it will be in describing or giving a better picture of what you've done. And finally, hobbies and interests. You want to just give a few brief hobbies and interests at the end to let people know that you're well balanced and that you're normal. One thing that's hard to screen for is people who are dramatic and bring high drama and to the program, and they don't want that. They want to screen that out. So it's kind of looking at your hobbies is a good way to see, okay, you're balanced. And also, if you happen to be lucky enough to share hobbies with any of the residents or the program director, it's immediately a great way to make a connection, to have that conversation about, oh, you like running in the park? I love to run, and what marathon have you run last? So that's a quick overview of CVs for residency. And always have somebody review your CV and give you feedback, because you may miss some small detail, or you may write something and grammatically it seems like it makes sense to you but doesn't quite flow right, or you can always use some feedback. It's always helpful. So I hope that you like this video. Please follow me on YouTube for more free videos. And this is Brenda with Brenda Chezek Consulting. Thank you.